We attend a ton of trade shows, and when a family typically walks through that show, they're looking for all types of products. The last one on their brain is, of course, a bicycle. They would never think that their child, being in a wheelchair, could ever ride our bike.
Most times the kid just takes off, and Mom didn't think she'd have to run that fast.
It was like a miracle. Honestly, like you would not believe the feeling. I never thought it was going to happen.
Hi, I'm Ken Van Stralen. Welcome to Freedom Concepts. 20 years ago, I was asked to build a bicycle for a child with cerebral palsy. We got him mobile in no time, and we've never looked back. Freedom Concepts builds bicycles for individuals with special needs. We create mobility for people you would never think could ride a bike.
It brings tears to your eyes sometimes when you see kids that just, you don't think they can move because they can't by normal means, but they get on a bike, and if they have that rotation of their legs, they can do something.
Go hard.
People with mobility issues still have the ability to propel something. Because this is a non-weight-bearing activity, the way our bikes are designed with the drive systems, the seating systems, people can typically propel them on their own. We can create mobility where no other device can.
The biggest barrier I have is not that the kid doesn't know that they can ride the bike, but the therapist doesn't think they can ride the bike, and the parents don't think they can ride the bike.
Shannon uses a wheelchair, and I put her on a bike in either kindergarten or grade 1, and it really took me by surprise because I got her feet all strapped in and we were just trying it, and she was gone, and I had to run to catch up with her.
I wish I had a bike like this when I was a kid. I have cerebral palsy. I was born with it. I had a bike with training wheels, and I was 12 or 13 before I got rid of my training wheels, and it's not a nice thing to have to deal with other kids when they know that they're off their training wheels at 5 or 6. It is a wonderful thing that I get to change lives. I've got a couple families that I'm on their 3rd bike now.
Freedom Concepts bikes are being used all over North America. In schools, hospitals, rehab centers, they're a great complement to all their physical therapy programs.
A bike is a great way to work on cardiorespiratory fitness, as well as just range of motion of their legs, and to give a child independent mobility. Exercises can be boring, and if you can ride a bike and get that range of motion in your legs, kids are much more cooperative generally because they're having fun.
The bike allows us to go places where we could never really go with the wheelchair. At the cottage, we love to go up into the forest. There are very small paths. We can go there, we can off-road it. It allows us to go down onto the beach, and sometimes there are sandbars, so we actually make it right out into the water on the bike. We can never take a wheelchair there.
As our name suggests, the concepts we develop here give our users the same freedoms and acceptance as any other cyclist.
You know, she's riding a bike, we're riding a bike. It's great. You know, she's doing what we're doing. She's doing what other kids are doing. It's very nice. You know, it's a godsend.
It gives them a whole different sense of who they are and their confidence and self-esteem. As a child and as a student in the school, they're just one of the kids.
It's the greatest thing in the world for kids that have disabilities and you think they'll never be able to ride a bike. It's a miracle, and she is so lucky to have these bikes.
Funders who come through for individual families are appreciated forever. I mean, they need to know that it's money well spent, and that the families are grateful, and that the children make amazingly good use of the equipment.
Thank you so much, Variety, for giving this gift to my daughter, for just a little bit of happiness every day on the bike. Thank you so much.
All kids should be able to ride a bike.
So Shannon, what do you like about riding your bike? Good.
I guess we get the most pleasure with the kids that are severely challenged. So involved when they're sitting in their wheelchair that you would never in a million years think they could ever ride a bike. And seeing people get inspired by that, and then finding ways to raise money and help them help others is probably the most satisfying thing for me.